All right, we are recording. All right, I'm going to open us up in prayer and then we'll begin. Father God, we just thank you for this time together as we begin the first celebrations for our seniors this year, Lord. And we just ask that you be in the center of our conversation. And we just thank you for your love. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, welcome to the senior trip meeting. Very exciting time for your kids. This is their final year in high school. And so it's super exciting for them. So we're glad that you're here and a part of this with us. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you right here. All right. So are we on, Ms. Berthelsen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So welcome to the senior trip meeting. We are going to Disney World. So this is going to be our third year going. We've had a great experience each time that we've gone. We've used the same tour company, and we've not had any complications with them. So we are continuing to use this company for our senior trip. So we will be heading to Florida in June, the day after graduation. And it's a 5-day trip. And so we're super excited to share some of this info with you. So in today's meeting, we're going to go over basically a brief overview of the trip, what it includes, the insurance options for you, because insurance is available for you to purchase, the cancellation policies. So if something should happen, or 6 months down the road, you're like, our family just can't do it, there is a cancellation process policy for that. There's going to be some important deadlines for you as far as finances go. And then if you have any questions at the end, I'm happy to answer any questions. So we will be going to all 4 parks when we go to Disney World. They will go to the Magic Kingdom, they will go to Epcot, they will go to Animal Kingdom, and they will go to the Hollywood Studios, which is their version of California Adventureland. We start at 1 park per day. You have to have a reservation. So we go to a different park every day. And then in the afternoon around 2 p.m., the chaperones divide up. And if any kids want to go to a different park, we allow them to park hop at that time. And so they can go to different parks on the same days. Last year, I went to 3 parks in one day. They definitely get their steps in for that. But yeah, it's a really fun experience for them. Certain parks you can ride a tram to, so that's a little bit better. But it's a fun, exhausting trip. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But they get 2 meals a day. Their meals come in the form of meal cards. They get a $15 breakfast card and a $20 dinner card. They can use that meal card anywhere they want in the park. If they want to use it at Starbucks, they can. They can use it at any dining area they want. Some of the kids had a hard time spending it all, so it's a really nice way for them to get to choose whatever they want to eat and whenever they want to eat. So really, you just need to cover 1 meal for them a day. So that's great. Transportation to and from the airports, both here in California and in Florida. So this year we will be taking a charter bus from the high school campus. You'll be dropping your student off here at the high school. We will take them on a charter bus to LAX, so you don't have to drive to LAX and do that wonderful horseshoe of traffic. And then upon our return, a charter bus will pick us up and drop your student off for you here at the high school campus as well. So that's a great addition to our trip this year. All of that cost is also included in the price of the trip. In Florida, it's the same thing. Charter bus transportation from the airport to Disney World to our hotel. And then on the day we leave, also from the hotel back to the airport. And again, that is also covered in the cost of this trip. So transportation, airfare, hotel, and 2 meals a day is what's included in all of your costs. Just kind of highlighting one of the parks that we're going to. This seems to be the favorite park of all the kids the last couple of years. If you would have asked me beforehand, I would have said, oh, it'll be Magic Kingdom or it'll be California, because the rides are, you know, more adventurous or whatever. Number one, kids love to eat. And number two, Epcot has the best food. And that's why they love to be in this park. Although Epcot just got a brand new roller coaster this year, and it is the most epic, best roller coaster ever known to man. So it's great. Anyway, they get to travel the world at Epcot. Basically, there's little lands. You get to go to England, and everything in the gift shop and all the restaurants are based off of England and their cuisine. Same thing in France. Shopping, perfumes, desserts, food, everything is geared and based on the cuisine and theme of France. Germany, Italy, Mexico, Norway. So they really have a fun time experiencing the world a little bit in this land. So just to give you kind of a glimpse of some of the stuff that they'll experience while they're there. So again, to go over travel, we will be going on a charter bus to and from the airports, and you won't have to drive there. There is a chaperone for every 10 students going on this trip. So last year we took 7 staff chaperones with us. So we check in with them during the day. We ask them to send us a photo of them and their group. So number one, we know they're not alone. And then it's a really great way for us to get great memory pictures from them. They check in with them a couple times during the day, and then every day at 2, if anybody wants to change parks, we meet them at a certain area in the park, and then we chaperones take them to the different parks. We never let them park hop alone. So just to kind of give you perspective of how big Disney World is, to get from one park to another park, it's a 20-minute bus ride. So it's pretty far. It's like from here to Brea. Disney World is quite large. So chaperones are always there. We try to put one female and one male wherever they're going, just to make sure in case there's emergencies. There will be a separate baggage fee. So if you know you're going to take a larger piece of luggage that won't fit in the carry-on, we do charge a baggage fee ahead of time. And so it makes check-in at the airport a lot easier for us. We just do one. The school pays for all the luggage all at once because you've already paid for us, and they just tag it, get it on. I think I was so impressed with this last year. We got all our luggage checked in, and every student checked in less than 30 minutes, and we had 72 people. So we have it down to a T, and so it was really a great experience. We do hire a security guard to sit outside of all the hotel rooms. They just sit there all night long. I believe they go on duty at 11 p.m. and they leave 6 a.m. So no kids are escaping their rooms, and nobody's bothering our students. So that's number one. If there is an emergency, they have my phone number and they can call us. But we do have a live human being sitting outside the hotel room watching over our kids' rooms. It is 4 to a room, so it's your student plus 3 friends. And then we also ask all the students that that's how they would travel within the park. We never want a student by themselves, and we don't allow just 2 couples. So that it's always 3 or more. We will always take nonstop airfare to our destinations. A few years ago, when we traveled to Seattle for our senior trip, we got stranded in the Las Vegas airport and slept on the floor. And so that was the moment where all life changed, and we will never take a connecting flight again. We will always take a nonstop flight. So the nonstop flight that we take, and in order for the kids to experience all 4 parks, is a red eye. So it's the Saturday night after graduation. We take a red eye and we land in Orlando on Sunday morning, and we go straight to the park. So they hit the ground running, but it will be a nonstop flight. There is a cancellation policy. I will send this in more detail. I know it's kind of small to read all the details right here, but there's some dates and some amounts in there that would be a consideration for you if you had to cancel. Again, this will come like in a full paragraph in your email that I will forward with this recording, so that you can look it over more carefully. But you can cancel. There is small fees. The one thing that's not refundable is the deposit that you're going to put down to reserve your spot on the trip, because we have to pay that to reserve the airline and the hotel, and they won't give us that back. So the deposit is non-refundable. After that, there's percentages that you would get back. So unless you purchase the insurance. And so insurance is available for you. A couple years ago, we had some boys in CIF baseball, and one of them didn't want to go. He didn't want to risk going on the senior trip. And so they had to cancel, and thank goodness they had purchased the insurance. And so that they got to take advantage of that. But there is insurance for you that you can purchase. And if you look under what do I need to purchase it, the organization name, the leader name, and the total cost of the trip and the total payment due, you will need that to register for the travel insurance. Again, I will provide that information for you in the email, but here's the basic cost of the insurance that you would need. And ours is going to hit right here at that $36 to $54 range. So the $54 range is like cancel for any reason. The $36 one, there's some extra stipulations in that one of when you can cancel to get a refund. So for $54, it's pretty good to get your trip fully refundable. So again, insurance is optional. It's not mandatory, but you have that option to purchase travel insurance. So cost of the trip. So for 4 days, hotel, airfare, all the transportation to and from the airport, all the park hopping and the 2 meals a day, the total cost for this trip is $1,560 for the whole trip. If you are going to check in your luggage, that's optional. So it's not included in this total price because not everybody's going to check in luggage. So just to go on the trip, it's $1,560. A $210 deposit is due on August 15th. I know that's really close. So if you're having an issue, let us know. But they put our due date based on securing airfare. And we got a really, really cheap airfare. It was $524, which is unheard of right now because airfare is really expensive right now. So in order for us to secure that, we had to do it an early deposit date. So the initial deposit is $210 on August 15th. And then starting in October, we will start a payment plan that will be done in March. That allows for any stragglers or any latecomers. Sometimes we get transfer students at the semester. And so we like to have that cushion. Our actual payment to the company is due in May, but we like to have that cushion just in case of emergencies. And so this is the payment plan that we're able to offer to all our families. You're welcome to pay in full if that's something that you'd like to do as well. But this is the payment plan. Go ahead and take a picture of it if you'd like, if that's helpful. But again, I'll be sending this in the recording for you as well. And that is our basic trip in a nutshell. Of course, we're going to have more detailed information meetings in January and in May about what to pack, what to purchase, getting your identification in order and those types of details. But we just wanted to make sure that we got the general details out to you this time so that we could just get the ball rolling. And then we'll get into the fine details later. So if anybody has any questions, now's the time to ask. I will go ahead and unmute everybody, I think. I've allowed it. So you can unmute yourself. If you'd like to ask a question, please just unmute yourself and then you can ask the question. Anyone? That's great. Well, if you ever do come up with a question and you can't think of it right now, but it comes up to you the minute we log off on Zoom, feel free to send me an email if you'd like. So I'm going to go in the chat. Yep, no vaccines are required anymore, not on flights. Masks are not required on flights, but they are definitely optional. They're optional at the masks are optional on airlines and in the park. If anybody wants to wear a mask at any time, they're welcome to wear a mask, but they are not required, nor are vaccines. You're going to receive the link to make the deposit payment tomorrow in an email when I send the recording out. But if you want to, I can give it to you now. I'll type it in here, but it's basically westernchristian.org/senior trip. So it's super simple. Hang on one moment. Go. Let me see if I can just unmute everybody all at once. Hang on. Okay, I changed the setting. You should be allowed to unmute now. If you want to try it again, Amy.
Okay, no, it's working now. Thank you.
Oh, good, great.
Quick question. What airline are you using? And my question, because I have airline miles, can I put those towards the flight potentially?
We could try to work that out with the travel agent. It's hard because we got a group slot. So we just need to really make sure early on if you could get on the same flight. I do not have an airline yet. So they'll probably be sending me that in the next week or so. Historically, the first year we got United, last year we got American. So it's usually United or American.
Okay, I guess we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I know, I'll write it down to let you know which airline.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Any other questions? Well, if there's no questions, feel free to log off. Again, I'll send you all the links tomorrow to pay the deposit, to purchase the insurance, and for the link to rewatch the recording. So just thank you so much for being here tonight. Again, if you think of anything at any time, just send me an email anytime.
I do have one quick question. Sorry.
Sure. No worries.
So when will you just be billing it through the school tuition thing? Will they be setting that up?
So it's a buy now, give now. So you're going to have to go in every month, and we send a monthly email reminding everybody, okay, 2 more days, make sure you hit your,
Perfect.
Payment number 3. So yeah, we will send that to you for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I have a quick question. We were just there actually this year. And if I wanted to purchase the Genie Pass for the parks, that's in addition. Do I do that prior, or do I give money to my daughter for that?
So we suggest, like in the more detailed meetings coming up, we will mention about the Genie Pass. If they are under 18 years old when they travel, they are actually not able to purchase a Genie Pass on their own. So we would have somebody else purchase one for them, and they would Venmo the money. So you could, if your child is 18 years and older, they can purchase the Genie Pass. You can do it on the app. That's another process we talk about before we go, about downloading the app, and they can purchase it daily. There's some parks where you might not need it on that day. So purchasing it daily on the app is probably the easiest way to do that. I think it was I don't remember which one, Casey, if you remember, where we didn't purchase it like that day. So it just depends which is their best one, best park, best ride they want to ride. But yes, it's available to purchase. And even if they're under 18, we worked around it last year.
Okay, Perfect. And then we don't need to make reservations for the park. It's all through the travel agent, right? Okay.
No, you know, the best part about this travel agents, because the first year we didn't do that, they charge us $1 per traveler and they do all the reservations for us. So it's fantastic. It's great. So they hand it to us on a silver platter.
Oh, okay. Great. Great.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
sure. Anybody else? All right, again, if you have any questions anytime, feel free to reach out. Have a great night. Hi, Jody. Thank you, guys. Good night. Anything else? Any other questions? Hello? Do you have a question? Hello?
Do you want to pause the recording?
Yep, 1 second.